What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. Today's Friday, which means our friendly neighbourhood trash collector Zer is back once again. We are on Io this week. You can find him over in the giant scar over in his little cave. And with that being said, let's take a look and see what goodies he's got for us this week.
Gifts of the nine. Gifts
Cool. Okay, nice. So we'll start off with the exotic engram, so we should know how this works. So if you don't have a full collection and have some missing exotics, be sure to come pick this up, as this is guaranteed to fill out any gaps that you have in your collection. If you have all the exotics in the game though, this has a chance of dropping any higher stat rolls than any exotics that you currently have as a random piece of exotic armor. So if you are trying to mid-max your builds, still come grab this if you need it. And also if you are level 55 on your season pass and have the exotic cipher, then you can pick up 2 of these if you don't wish to pick up any of the exotics that Master Rahul has over in the tower. Cool. Exotic gear then. So we've got the Crimson as the weapon of the week. We've got the Dragon Shadow for the Hunter there, the Mark 44 Standardsides for the Titan, and the Starfire Protocol for the Warlock. Your consumables, if you're new to Destiny, can be found here if you're still working on your 5 swords, and any invitations of the 9, if you haven't finished those, can be found at the bottom. Cool, that was a quick skim. So let's have a look at the Crimson in a bit more detail. So the intrinsic trait is Banned Weapon. So this weapon fires a 3-round burst, almost like a pulse rifle. And it also has Cruel Remedy, where kills with this weapon heal the wielder, and precision kills also refill the magazine. And the catalyst on this is really good as well. It's one of the really unique weapons. It's very reminiscent of Red Dead from Destiny 1. And it was one of the first vertical firing hand cannons actually introduced with Destiny 2. It's very strong and very accurate and has some excellent range as well. So good if you're going after headshots for Crucible, and has some pretty cool looking ornaments as well, guys. Very much a collection piece. It was introduced with Curse of Osiris, so if you don't have it, be sure to come grab it. Cool, exotic armor then, we'll move on. So we've got the Hunter here with the Dragon Shadow this week. This is a Void Affinity with a 63 stat, so quite high there. We've got Reef Metal Mail, as the armor's perk. So dodging reloads all weapons and increases both movement and weapon handling speeds for a brief time. And this is very good for Crucible. Obviously reloading all your weapons whilst dodging is very strong inside PvP. And outside that, it's got a pretty cool ornament as well. So yeah, up there with being some of the most used exotics, especially for hunters inside the Crucible, guys. So if you don't have it, be sure to add it to your collections if you need it. The Mark 44 Standardsides. So we've got the Void Affinity once again, a 63 stat. So again, quite high, very high intellect there of a plus 20. Seriously watch out is the armor's perk. So it grants an overshield when you're sprinting at full health with Seismic Strike, Hammer Strike, or Shield Bash equipped. Hits with this ability recharge a portion of your melee energy. I've got a really good roll on some of this myself, so I won't be picking these up, but this is a very good roll, and a Void Affinity too, so it gives you a bit of extra protection when you're using things like Seismic Strike or Thunder Crash and things like that. So be sure to grab it, because overshields are pretty good, especially if you're running around in PvE. In PvP though, it offers a little bit of extra protection, especially if you're running around with shotgunning, but if you're going to be running boots in the Crucible on a Titan, then Antius Wards is probably still the preferential choice there. So be sure to come grab these guys if you need these added to your collection. Starfire Protocol, so the final exotic of the week for the Warlock. So we have Fusion Harness as the armor's perk. This is a Void Affinity with a 64 stat, so the highest of the week, and a nice high recovery stat, so it's actually well rolled. So the armor's perk is Fusion Grenades have an additional charge and recharge from empowered weapon damage. Fusion Grenades kills grant Rift Energy. This is very well rolled, and actually a Void Affinity is really good for some of the mods that you want to apply this season. Very good inside PvE. Very underrated actually, having a Fusion Grenade kill grant you a full Rift pretty much. It's very useful for things like the Leviathan raid and things like that. Any raid for that fact. So very underused and underrated in my opinion. So if you run Warlock and don't have these, come grab these and give these a try. They're worth it. They're a really good roll. So there we have it. That's going to wrap up Zer for this week. If you're jumping into trials, be sure to grab the bounty. You can get some sweet loot by completing that, which will give you the loot for free wins. And also the map for the week is Dead Cliffs. So good luck to anyone running a card. Anyone, hopefully we can get into the lighthouse again this week. So there we have it, guys. That's going to wrap up Zer for today. If you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below. That super helps me out here on the channel. And if you are new around here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always, but I will catch you all again very soon.